Hey, it's Alex from Android Central, and these are the top 6 things you need to know about the third Android P developer preview. This is actually the second beta program build of Android P, the third preview build overall, and it comes with final APIs for developers now, meaning they can target Android P with apps on the Play Store. So this is the starting point for apps using Android P's features to start appearing on Google Play. As such, this version of Android is now officially Android 9.0. We still don't have a sweet treat name for it yet, and if past years are any indicator, we probably won't know until the stable version lands sometime in late August. My money's still on pumpkin pie. There are lots of small tweaks to Android P's new App Switcher, which first arrived in last month's preview build. The Clear All button is back, you'll find it after scrolling to the end of your recent apps. There's a new rounded shade covering the 5 predictive apps and the Google search bar down below, and the physics for the swipe up gesture for recents and the app drawer have been modified a little bit too. It's now easier to swipe all the way up and launch into the app drawer, whereas this was a little bit tricky in the older build. We'll probably see some other small tweaks to this area in the final 2 preview builds. The Recents menu is also just a little bit faster and smoother all round, particularly when sliding between apps with a new swipe gesture. Overall, it just reflects the additional polish of this new build. A new Android version always means new emoji, and Google has added 157 new icons to this latest beta, as well as updates to some of the existing emoji. Alongside better looking bacon and cricket options, highlights include some more gender neutral options for couples and representations for mooncake, bagels, alpaca, and lobsters. The new build of Android P brings features from the At a Glance widget on your home screen onto the lock screen and the Always On display. Weather icons now show up in these places along with the temperature, and when you've got an appointment coming up, these will take over the lock screen and the ambient display just as they now do on the home screen. There's a new prompt for using biometrics, a fingerprint or facial recognition, to sign into apps, although this won't actually be visible in Android P until apps start targeting it. The new biometric APIs support traditional fingerprint scanners, in-display fingerprint scanners, and face and iris recognition of the kind we've seen from Huawei, Samsung, and many others. With this being added, there's a good chance we'll see some form of face unlock in this year's Pixel 3 phones. As Android P approaches release, Google has tightened up the UI and it's making lots of small tweaks to the way Android looks. On the Pixel 2, we're seeing some very small changes. The data's moved around slightly in the app drawer. It's also easier to reply to bundles of notifications in the notification shade, with the new reply icon over on the right. The security menu now has color-coded icons too to show you more clearly when something's up with your device's security, and the display menu now shows you preview images to help you more easily judge what looks best. You'll find all that stuff in the third Android P developer preview now, alongside countless bug fixes. To name a few, Bluetooth isn't as wonky as before, and that new manual orientation switch button in the navigation bar no longer glitches out and traps you in landscape mode, which is great. Anyway, head over to AndroidCentral.com to find out how to get it on your Pixel phone now, and subscribe to us here on YouTube so you don't miss more Android P coverage as release day approaches. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.